And today I'm going to help you guys who want to dive deeper into the spiritual world and spiritual knowledge. Some of us learn the basics of spirituality or religion or whatever version of the other side you believe in, and that's good enough, which is fine. And then others of us, we want to go deeper. We want to better understand it because we want to embody it and be it on the physical plane. So my channel is for those of us who want to do that. So first thing is why. You want to ask why. Yes, there is a God. Yes, there are crystals that help us manifest and achieve things. Yes, there are tarot cards that give us messages from the other side. But why? When you ask that simple question, you'll be surprised at the tunnel of information you find yourself at just because you decided to ask why. And it probably sounds corny, you probably heard it before, seen it in movies or TV shows, but that's what that's for, to let you know that that's what you're supposed to do. I am really drawn to tarot cards. Why? Why am I drawn to tarot cards? And then you research tarot cards, origins of tarot cards, who were the first people to read tarot cards, first recording of tarot cards, what country did tarot cards originate from, first ever tarot card to be found by archaeologists. These things are there, these systems, these professions, all of these exist so that you can find the answers and you can contribute to the society that's contributing back to you. You get me? You following? Okay, so you always want to ask why. After you're done asking why, then you start reading deeper into the aspects of the why that really sparked your interest. So for me, something that really sparked my interest were the gods and goddesses. That's what I've always been drawn to since I could remember, which is my why to looking at them in the first place, right? And then you get to looking at the gods and goddesses and you see where they're coming from and you read these stories and then you're like, this is interesting, let me read another story. And you read that story and that story leads into a mentioning of another god or goddess and that's interesting, so you read their story and then next thing you know you find yourself reading more than you find yourself watching. And when you're reading, you're creating such a mental image in your own mind of your own self that you're crafting your knowledge in the best way for you to receive it. And when you're receiving knowledge crisp and clear, that's when you create the channel from the other side to bring you more messages. Okay, so you need to read because reading is what puts the mental picture in your head from your own words, from your own understanding, from your own mind. And that is how you start understanding and getting deeper and creating with your knowledge. Because it's not enough to just know things. You have to be able to apply what you know. Applied knowledge is power. So you're gonna start reading, and when you read and you create things in your mind, it causes you to think deeper, and then the why comes back, and you start to ask yourself, why again? But now instead of why is something like this, it's why am I not doing this something? Because clearly it is something that can be done. You following? After that, then you listen to the synchronicities. So you've decided you want to delve deeper into spirituality. You want to scratch the surface and stick your hand in there and just go like elbow deep. So what are you going to start doing? You're going to start asking, why do you want to do that? Why are you drawn to this particular part of that? And why is this story what you're going to go with? After you figure out why the story is what you're going to go with, you're going to start reading more and more and more on that story and reaching out to different sources that stick out to you in that story that also feel like you're connected to it. And then after that, when you've made up your mind, like, okay, I know why, I know how, let me do. When you do it, then you start applying the knowledge that you have already entered into the vault of your mind. So like I used the tarot card example. So I decided why I like tarot cards, because I like gods and goddesses speak to us through tarot cards. So I'm gonna go ahead and start reading on the tarot cards. Wow, I'm reading a lot about these tarot cards, and the thing that I'm the most drawn to is the star card. Okay, so let me start reading more about the star card. The star card is your full transformation. It's your full form of your sacred being. It's you living completely in alignment with yourself and reaping all the benefits of it. That sounds like something I would like to do. So let me do what I have read, and now I know why I'm doing it. Let's say, let me make a spell. I'm gonna do a spell with something that I've read about and thought about and know that I'm in alignment to do. After I do that spell, now I'm gonna wake up the next day and go out, live my life, but I'm gonna see a commercial about tarot cards. That somewhere that I've never seen, like a billboard. It's gonna have a psychic reading on the billboard, and I'm gonna be like, whoa, I just did a spell about psychic readings, and now it's on a billboard. That's crazy. And I'm gonna be driving and I'm going back to where I'm going to. I go to a store, there's a music playing in the store, and the song is talking about a gypsy witch that's reading somebody's tarot cards. And I'm like, wow, that's interesting. Another tarot card reference. So then I go to the checkout aisle, and then I go to McDonald's, and in the line at McDonald's, there's a lady who walks up to me and says, you know what, I just got a tarot reading the other day, and they told me that I was gonna see somebody that looked just like you, and I just did. That's interesting. Another reference to tarot. So you see where I'm going with this? You start now applying the knowledge and the work that you've done to your outside world. And once you start seeing that what you're thinking is in direct line of contact with what you're physically touching, smelling, seeing, then you know that you're getting deeper into spirituality. It sounds easy, I know, but it really is a discipline of dedication to constant knowledge. That there's no secret to being a spiritual worker. There's no secret to being spiritually aligned and in tune. It is simply discipline. You have to tailor your life, but you are surprised when you find out that your life is actually tailored to spirituality, not the other way around. You know what I'm saying? Like you're spiritual. You have a life because you're spiritual. You're not spiritual because you have a life. So keep that in mind, and good luck on your journey. And I know you can do it, because I did it.